Has anybody had the experience of you get to a showing and you meet the person and they're just so excited to get to the house, they see the house, that by the time the showing is over, you feel like they're rushing to the car and leaving and you've got no rapport. And then you start to realize, like, I need to control the meeting. I need to control the situation. So what can you do when you get to a buyer showing to set up the conversation? So it's really just three simple things. First, we're going to see the house. Next, we're going to talk about the house. Third, we're going to talk about how I can better your experience moving forward. Obviously, getting them into the house first and letting them know, like, hey, I really want us to go through this house, focusing in on this house. And sometimes people are recording this stuff, so like we're going to talk about everything. You know, say you walk in there and you love things. I'd really prefer you not to say that just from a negotiating perspective. And let's just talk about everything afterwards, okay? Now they're thinking, oh, there's a reason for us to talk afterwards. Now there's things that you can point out inside the house to show that you're very knowledgeable and that you're a professional and like different things. Now if they bring up in that tour certain things like, oh, this would really work good because we have the dog, we have the kids, or we have this, or we have the whatever, you're taking those notes. By the way, when you do your introduction, let them know, hey, when we go through the house, there's certain things that you really have a question about, make sure you let me know. I'm gonna be note-taking everything so you can just focus on seeing the home. So the best buyer agents are showing up, notebook, handing something to them that they've already, hey, I know I've emailed this to you, just want to make sure it's in your hand if you need it on the tour. If you don't need it right now, I can hold it for you. I'm going to be taking notes while we go through everything. First thing we're going to do is what? Take a look at the house, focus on the house. Second thing we're going to do is have a conversation about all the things in the house. Third thing we're going to do, talk to you about some different ways to better your experience if the only place you're getting homes right now is Zillow.com, right? And then it's, you know, obviously our searches, what we do to get them off-market homes. And ultimately, hey, good news is that the buyers who are really successful in this market really take the time to put together a great strategy. So I'm happy to do that. I got a showing right now, but I could do that before, you know, we could spend 45 minutes grabbing coffee or coming to one of the offices before our next home tour, right? And then you set that next step. If you want people to work with you and treat you as like, that's my agent, that's the person that is consulting me, the next step before you leave that first showing has to happen. A next step is, hey, we're going to be meeting again, talking again at this time, and I'm going to get you all that information by X time tonight or X time tomorrow. Setting a deadline and then living up to the deadline is accountability and shows them that you're timely and somebody that they can trust. Meaning, I'll get you those 2 questions by 8 p.m. tonight. At 7:30, you call, hey, I've requested those questions by email, text, and phone call to the agent. I've also looked up this information on the town website. I've got one of the questions halfway answered, the other one's still unanswered, but I wanted, as promised, to give you that update by 8 p.m. That's what professional service looks like. Not some of the stuff we've seen in FUB where it's like, listing agent didn't answer me, so I'll get back to you when I know. They could do that themselves, okay? Here's what I've done on the timeline that I promised. Here's what I have half answered because this is what I was able to uncover on the town website. I've already sent you that in email. The other question, here's how I'm working on getting it answered. But obviously I promised to get back to you at 8. This is what we have so far. I'm going to continue to work on it and get you the information as soon as I have it, right? That's what that service looks like. And if we're not in every step of these conversations controlling the narrative, just like you do at a showing, here's what's going to happen next. Here's what I've done step by step. At some point in the transaction, the buyers question whether you're doing anything. They're going to stop and have a conversation with you if you professionally present yourself and walk them through, hey, here are the 3 things that happen next. First thing, I know you want to get into the house. We're going to get into the house and really focus on that. I'm going to be taking all the notes. The next thing is we'll have a conversation about everything, preferably things that get you excited or something like that that could be used in a negotiation. Let's talk about those as we debrief outside. Always want to debrief all the showings. I can even give you some insight on how the sellers are pricing this. And these are things that are going to start to build the value for you moving forward and why they want to keep looking at homes. But it doesn't work by trying to chase them down between the door and their car because you didn't set the stage up front at the showing. Here's what's going to happen next. And you've got those three things so that they come back and have that conversation.
At 𝐵AMX, we listen to what real estate professionals want and need. That's why our platform is filled with sought-after courses, content, and tactical assets for your business. And that's why we launched 𝐵AMX in a box with templates and scripts done for you, delivered each Friday. The best part? It's not coming from panel pontificators who bought their followers and don't sell any real estate. It's coming from top agents, team leaders, and content creators in the industry. It's education that actually shows you how to do what you need in today's market. And now it includes editable templates and scripts so you can easily deliver that knowledge to your database. Every day, we continue to add more content into 𝐵AMX, into our private Facebook community, content that works, content that our members have exclusive access to daily. Do not wait any longer. Use code Byron and join the thousands of agents taking their business to the next level today. Code Byron for 10% off. I'll see you in 𝐵AMX.